Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Everything and Anything show. Woohoo! And we've got a guest in today's audience. We have Surya. Hey.
What's up? What's up?
And Surya is a singer, songwriter, and producer. Yeah. So how long have you been doing the music thing for?
Well, properly for the past 3.5 years, I guess.
Okay.
But before that,
Okay.
I've just been messing around with it for a while now.
Okay, and you're self-taught like producer. You produced all the tracks that we're gonna hear tonight. Today. You produced all the tracks. How long did that take? Like, and you're self-taught, right?
Yep. So, trying to figure out the whole software took me about a year. Logic software, that is, because I had a bit of training with the GarageBand and all the other stuff before that. But making the music, about a year and a bit.
Oh wow! So all the music that you made, it took a year.
Yeah, year and a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And you was named Best New Introducing Artist of 2018 by BBC Radio.
Yep.
How did that come about?
Well, I just uploaded my tracks on BBC Introducing, so you can just go onto a website and then upload it.
Oh
And
wow! Okay.
Thankfully, they just picked it.
Okay. So obviously you must have something that they want.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. So, and you mentioned that blogs from the UK to South Africa picked up your music. How do you keep up with trying to give the fans or give that wide variety of people your sound, like, constantly? How do you keep up with that?
I just don't keep up with it. I don't want anyone else to rush me on my process.
Yes, of course.
First of all, I'm quite selfish with the way I make music. Unless I'm satisfied with it, I'm not going to put it out. So I'd rather take my time with it and come out with something that I'm proud of.
Yeah, that's a really good mindset to have, to be honest, because a lot of artists, especially signed ones, they feel like, oh, I need to put out this track, that track, like to keep it constant. So it's good that you're,
The pressure's there though.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is dropping stuff damn near every week.
Yeah.
And when you talk to people in the industry, they'll be like, oh yeah, you should just, upload content every week. But I'm cool.
Yeah.
Take my time.
That's good. It's always about like taking your time and figuring out how you want to do things. So and also you studied you're recent graduate. So you're not new to this university life, and you studied philosophy, politics and economics at Durham University, which that's outside London, right? And which are somewhat, they're kind of polar opposites to doing music. So how did you manage to juggle the two whilst you was in uni? Because you had an album out at the time.
Yeah. So again, I probably didn't manage my time as well. I skipped lectures, I skipped tutorials to do the music thing. But luckily, I get on my, man cave mode where I just go in and revise 2 months before the exams.
Wow.
And normally I'm all right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't advise this for everyone because I went through quite a stressful period when it came to exams in my second year, when I had to learn all the economics and the maths in it in like the space of 2 weeks.
Wow.
So it wasn't the best of times, but I was just like, all right, let me just do it.
Yeah.
And for the final year, I just took some time off, as in off music.
Yeah.
And I just focused on academics to knock that out. And then now I'm back in London, I can just focus on music.
Yeah. So would you recommend to have a degree like as a backup to the music, or wouldn't you say that that's like sort of tempting fate in a way?
I don't see my degree as a backup. I want to be educated. I want to be, commercially viable, because music is not the only interest that I have. So I need to be prepared to take on those kind of ambitions, and my degree will prepare me to do that. So I don't really see it as a plan B. It's always a plan A to be educated, and I think a little bit of education does you well in life, not just as a way of securing yourself, but
Yeah.
also just in the way you conduct yourself and being able to conversate intelligently.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, there are people who do not go to university and are far cleverer than all of us who do.
Yeah, yeah. Like
you
my
know,
friend
just-
Stuart, his vocabulary is out of this world. Never went to school, never. But so
Yeah.
it's all about reading books and
For sure.
getting,
Yeah.
you know.
Or life experiences.
Yeah, that's so true. So your last album, it actually got picked up by BBC radio stations. How did you feel after that? Did you feel pressure to keep up the momentum?
Yeah.
Or
Again, like I said before, yeah, a little bit, because people were saying, "Oh, when is it gonna, when are you gonna put out another track, or when are you gonna put out a project?" Because, when you have a year or a bit of space, they'll be like, "What's going on? Are you done with the music thing?
Yeah,
so you're just
yeah.
gonna go down the normal route. You've done university, and now you're just gonna go to work and things like that." But again, I just gonna take my time with it and come out with whatever I'm proud of.
Yeah.
So,
I think the thing about you that I've noticed is that you're very strong in who you are, in your mindset, like, because a lot of people feel that pressure, like especially with social media, to feel that pressure of oh, I must look a certain way, I must be a certain artist, I must be. So how did you find like yourself? Because you mentioned in the past about drowning and trying to figure out who you was. Sorry. So what advice would you give to other artists to find out who they are, and what was your process in getting to know who you are as an artist?
Again, I'm still in the process. I don't know if I've figured out who I am, but it's just, it unravels every couple of months.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of want to stay true to myself. I don't want to pander to people. I don't want to pretend like someone I'm not, because I don't think it's good, in the long run. Nor do I think it's good for me, because I don't want to be the tap dancing kind of hey, look at me, that kind of an entertainer. I'd
And
rather
most people
go.
are that.
Yeah,
these days.
I'd rather go to work in a company than doing that. The reason why you do this music stuff and art is to, put your thoughts out. And if you see it as something and respect it for what it is, I think, you'd want to be true to yourself. But again, I get a bit weird when giving advice to people, because I don't think I'm qualified in myself to give advice. But if there's any tips that I can provide my peers, then I just say, satisfy yourself and put it out, and maybe do a to-do list and keep track of all the things that you want to accomplish, music and otherwise.
Okay. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to play your track, Move It.
Sure.
Just tell us a bit about that.
Yeah,
that
so
song.
this is a song about sexual harassment. So I wrote this track at university. I actually made it, at the uni library. So, and then I rushed back to my room to finish it off. So this is a piece. So every single song on my album connects to each other, and every single song talks about a social issue. This is about sexual harassment, and it's about how this guy tries to, impose himself upon a girl, but how at the end she flips it and she ends up beating him.
Yeah.
And she goes out and has fun. It's a way of showing female empowerment as well.
Okay. And so here we have Surya with Move It.
Move it, little closer, it's getting harder, but it's alright. Touch me, get louder, little faster, yeah, pay no mind. Move it, little closer, it's getting harder, but it's alright. Touch me, get louder, little faster, yeah, pay no mind. She walks in through the door, I made everybody go. I'm gonna set the scene, gonna make you scream, oh yeah. drink slip in my liver is getting towed up, but I don't really go for it. Just feel the need to drink and flow. And if this shit don't give me some, I'm gonna fuck her regardless. So and I can feel her get away, but I won't let her get away. Then a rover and press play, we're grinding to the beat. Baseline comes in with the beat. Don't rush off, girl, don't you leave. You're not getting away from me. So move it, little closer. It's getting harder, but it's alright. Touch me, get louder, little faster. Yeah, ain't no mind. Move it, little closer. It's getting harder, but it's alright. Touch me, get louder, little faster. Yeah, ain't no mind. Pushing through the bathroom stool, here I go. And for the guilt that she even knows, she is my victim and I won't let go. I'm gonna feed till I feel I get so. I know you won't, baby, I won't know. And I'll get what I want, baby, that's for sure. And she ain't leaving till I feel my taste so. And nothing about this is gonna be slow. Oh, 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 what's really going on? He was raping her right into her mouth. Soft touch, sex, must, he never missed a mark. So he tries to allure her with his charm. 1, 2, 3, 4, the time she said no. It hurts, but his pain grows. Dreams lost, guilt dust, he's so full control. Then he pushed her right into the bathroom, looking on up while she falls into the floor. First he locks up, and then he pulls her slow. But honey found the bustle lying underneath the door. Raised it up high, and struck it down slow. Watched him crash down as he laid still below. One final look, then she stepped over her woes. Back into the club, and she saw another beau. But this time she wants to take him home. Boy, move it, little closer, it's getting harder, but it's alright. Touch me, get it louder, little faster, yeah, ain't no mind. Move it, little closer, it's getting harder, but it's alright. Touch me, get it louder, little faster, yeah, ain't no mind.
And of course, that was Move It by Surya, who we still have in the building.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, so you finished uni. So how is it like maneuvering through life after uni?
Sure. Actually, it was quite difficult for the first 3 months because,
wow.
yeah, because it's coming back down and you're just like, all right, I have
What
these
now?
ambitions.
Yeah.
What am I going to do now? How am I going to take it forward? And I was a bit confused. I didn't know if I was going to go through the industry route where I was, going to find people to network with in the industry, or I don't know what I was doing. So I was trying to figure out, by messaging producers and writers and going to like many networking events.
Yeah.
And nothing was really working out as I would have liked it to, man. Like, it wasn't that great. And so I just came to a point where I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to chase these opportunities. I'm just going to do something myself and look at myself as a business and put my products out and market it and monetize off of it like it was a business, like I was setting up a shop or whatever. So that approach kind of helped me a bit better. And of course, like, I took up a part-time job to support myself and the music. So I'm working at a startup, which allows me to do 3 days of work and do 2 days of, doing whatever I want to do. And of course I have the weekends too. So it's just piecing it together, I guess. So would you recommend to have like a part-time job to support? Because would you say that getting your music out there and being an artist is kind of expensive? It's going to cost you. For sure. And I definitely do recommend a part-time job because I don't want to ask assistance from anybody. I want to stand on my own 2 feet. And I just want to, and I don't want like my parents to support my ambitions. I should be able to do that by myself, So the thing is, going to the right studios to get the right sound quality, making sure it gets mixed and mastered right, that takes money. If you want to provide a good sonic experience for your audience and for your consumers, you need to make sure that you spend the money that's required to give that sound. And I do all the in-house production, so I don't even have to pay producers.
Okay.
And without even paying producers, it takes about at least £2,000 at least to make an album.
Wow.
Recording, mixing, and mastering.
Yeah.
At least. And I'm a part of an emerging artist program, which allows me to which gives me a recording studio time at a concession rate.
Okay.
So given all these factors, it still takes £2,000 to make a project just for mixing, mastering. Let's not even talk about promotion.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need some money coming in to fund it.
What about someone who doesn't have money coming in? How would they?
Yeah.
I guess they just have to teach themselves how to do everything, right?
No, but I'm not coming from money at all. And I've literally taught myself how to do everything. That is, I do all the production. Well, not for my next project because I'm taking anyways. But, you know, for my previous album or whatever, I did all the production. And I do all the marketing and writing up the press kits and, you know, messaging people and everything by myself, right? So it's not that I can hire people, but to even make the music, you need some money to get it recorded professionally. You could just do it in your home studio, but it's not going to sound as good as from a studio. And to do that, just hustle up some money. You know,
would you recommend because I know everyone's running to GoFundMe right now to do all sorts. Would you recommend the GoFundMe avenue? Or
I would because if people believe in your talent, then it's a good way to use GoFundMe. But if you haven't put anything out for people to believe in you, why should they fund you? That's a question that, you know, artists need to address. So if you've already put out a project if you've put out a couple of songs and then you say, hey, you know what, I need some extra money to help me build this up and do the next project, then people might want to fund it. But if you don't have anything and then you say it, people might come through and help out, which is very nice of them. They're very generous people out there, but I don't know what the likelihood is of you getting a lot of funding.
Did you have anyone else at your uni who did music who maybe was a mixer masterer? Is that even a thing, like, or anything like that? So
that's the thing. Again, I think that's the disadvantage that I had, which is none of my friends did music. No one in my family does music. I don't have any kind of connection, so I have to learn it to do it myself, or I have to pay
people.
But I'm telling you right now, there's this thing called the Roundhouse in London, which is incredible for any young emerging artist. If you're an emerging artist, you should be there because they give you concession studio rates. They really support young artists. And I met my engineer there, who I'm going to work with from now, hopefully onto a lot more projects. And so it's just you build a community if you don't have one already.
What about because you mentioned the Roundhouse, but I believe that's, how old are you? Sorry,
I'm 22.
Should have said that. He's 22, people. So because I'm 28. 29.
Right. You don't look it.
Thank you. So the Roundhouse, I believe they're for under 25s.
26. Maybe 25, 26.
25, 26.
Yeah.
So do you have any other recommendations for older people slightly who want to start out and do their thing?
Do their thing. Because I haven't looked at anything above my age, the thing is I saw the Roundhouse and I picked it out immediately, and I've been using that since I was 19. So I don't really know many recording studios or organizations, but trust me, there are really, really good organizations that are trying to help out creatives. And earlier on you mentioned the Charterhouse. What is that? Just tell us a bit about that. Sure. So it's Charterhouse Music. Now they've rebranded and they're calling themselves Sappho Music Group. So these guys are kind of like their talent development program they offer, and they heard songs from the radio, my songs from the radio, that is, and they were like, hey, do you want to come work with us, we'll give you, vocal coaching sessions. We'll give you, networking sessions. We'll put you in touch with A&Rs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's really nice of them to do so. And it was all free of charge.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, really nice of them. And I got the chance to collaborate with other young producers and young writers and all. So yeah, it was really good.
So it's sort of like a family type based place, or
nah, it's a bit more professional.
Yeah.
So they actually have a lot of distinguished alumni. So Sam Smith, Pixie Lott.
Oh wow.
They all came through that.
Wow. Okay.
That development program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're basically in the midst of greatness.
Let's not gas myself up too much. But yeah, as in it's good to know that you're making the right kind of steps forward.
Yeah. And does that give you a confidence boost knowing that sort of establishment wanted you?
Yeah, it does. Because, it's like, oh, you're doing the right thing, so carry on. But I try not to get too, caught up in, getting so affectionate with institutions.
Yeah.
Because if you get, if you start thinking, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm great, I've been, selected by this institution, you might mess up in your work, and you might mess up in who you are and what your brand is. So yeah, just.
And have they tried to mold you oh, why don't you do it like this? You could be have they tried to change who you are at all? Do they just sort of welcome whatever sound you have and try and harness that?
Yeah, I think it's more so just them providing a way to better yourself, They allow you to grow as a vocalist. That's one of the things that I wanted to do. They give networking advice, but I think they stay away from meddling with your work outside of the studio and who you are as an artist.
Okay. So you'd recommend them?
Yeah.
Do they have an age limit or?
Yes, I think they do. But for the program that I went to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they might not have an age
across
limit.
the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And your next track is The Ride. Yep. Is that right? So tell us a bit about what this track means and what it means to you.
Yeah. So again, this is also another narrative story that comes around in this song. So this dude, the protagonist in this song, he has a bit of intimacy issues. He goes around from club to club, talking to many women, as Nigerian men do. Yeah. Hey man, I'm not going to get into that. So he goes around talking to a lot of girls, and he takes them back to his car, and then he's just like, all right, let's get down to business. And then he manages to do so. But then there's this one time he goes to a club, and then this girl comes to the back of his car, and then he's just like, all right, let's do it. And then she's just like, nah, can we just go back home? And then he's just like, well, why do you need to go back home? We'll just do it in the car. So later on in the song, you kind of come to realize that he has severe issues by his broken home that he comes from, where his parents don't really get along. And the girl that he was in love with previously in the album kind of just broke his heart, I guess. And also more than that, he kind of has come to a cynical perspective on life, where he's just thinking, nah, you know what, there's nothing called love, it's just sex and attraction. So that's why he doesn't even want to root himself into any other place that could result in commitment. So he just tries to keep it in the car and just keep it moving. But then this leads on to the next song. So do you think that's a general problem with men? That they have that attachment issue, or once they're hurt, it's all over, they're out to burn the world sort of thing. Yeah, to an extent. Yeah, because where I guess the way masculinity is portrayed in society, it's as if someone does you wrong, you go and do the other camp as much damage as possible. But that's not right, nor is it the most progressive or sustainable thing to do. And also, why you got wronged in the first place might not even be that big of an issue. You might just have broken up because someone didn't understand you as much. Are you hearing that?
All right, so next up we have The Ride by Surya. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Everything and Anything show. And that was The Ride by Surya, who we still have in the building. Hey.
Hello.
So earlier on, we was talking about the support in the industry. How has that, apart from Charterhouse and the other organisations and Roundhouse and things, have you actually had any or approached anyone in the industry like to be your like sort of mentor or anything like that?
For sure. And I've got shot down so many times.
Really?
Yeah. That's the thing. I actually wanted to get mentors because I wanted to get better, and I really do believe in interning for people and like learning from them. And this is the kind of mindset that I went in with, right? So treating it like a career. You'd get internships and then you would graduate. But no, man. Like when I tried to reach out to people in Instagram or their emails, just ghost. And even though a couple of them responded, which is very nice of them, and then I happened to meet them and they turned out to be lovely people. But the number of people who are open to mentor younger artists, I haven't come across them. Maybe that's just because I've had a unlucky pick of the draw, but it hasn't happened to me, which kind of made me put off of chasing mentors, because I was just like, you know what, forget these mentors, I'm just going to do something on myself, and then I'll figure it out. Because I believe in my product and I believe in myself, right? So I'm just going to try to do it myself, and then if it gets to a place and then it attracts mentors, then that they'll be able to give me the advice and education that I need.
I found that with mentors and things like that they wouldn't necessarily want to help you till they see that you're making movements
for sure
by yourself. But then again, it's like, oh, now you want to help me because you see how it can sort of benefit you. And also, we're all humans, so it's like they may, even just because they're in the limelight, they may still be trying to work on themselves and things like that.
Sorry, finish.
No, go on.
I completely understand, because imagine the amount of people who are saying, hey, can I learn from you? And also, hey, can I learn from you, whilst I think of it very optimistically, and whilst I'm saying, hey, I really want to learn from you. Given their experience, many people might just want a handout. Even though I don't want it, they might see my request as a way of, oh, this kid wants a handout. Why should I give it to him? He should work for himself, which is completely understandable. So I guess I'm just gonna do my own thing and figure it out.
Okay. So your next track, Between the Sheets. Tell us a bit about that. What is this about?
That is the second track. So before the ride happens in the narrative of the album, this happens. So this is the girl who broke up with him. Okay, right. Before he went, all right.
Yeah. So this is her response.
No, not her response. What happened in their relationship, how that came about,
right?
To lead him to the ride.
Okay. So would you? So these 4 tracks that you dropped, were they the album or just from the album?
It's from the album.
Okay. So would you recommend a narrative album of this? Did that help in you trying to piece everything together? Yeah.
No, for sure. I think that's the kind of artist I want to be, because artists like Kendrick Lamar, those are the people that I really look up to, who can put together cohesive albums and bodies of work, which has a whole meaning and an overarching narrative, and I want to give that in my albums. So that's why it helps me, and I work through concepts as well. That's how I go about my process in making songs.
Okay, so next up we have Between the Sheets. I hope you enjoy.
Come here, son. Drums.
Thoughts of you follow through everywhere I seem to go. couldn't tell what was really going on.
I'm singing the same old songs.
I'm glad to see that you've moved on. Maybe I was the one to do the wrong. Seem to lack the sense of purpose since you've gone. Is it too late to go back and start at square one? Picked up the phone to call and say I missed you. Feeling empty, my psyche seems so weak, sugar. Then a pretty dime ran into my front bumper.
Wait, who's this girl I'm calling?
I don't remember. Moved and free between the sheets. Then I pulled her close right into me. And then I whispered in her ear. Is she the one? Is she the one? We moved and grooved and free between the sheets. Then I pulled her close right into me. And then I whispered in her ear. Is she the one? Is she the one?
And that was Between the Sheets by Surya, who we still have in the building. So the influences for your last album is very R&B, hip hop. So what were your influences in getting to?
Sure, yeah. So R&B and hip hop, those are my my influences. In terms of the music and the soundscapes, I'm very much inspired by a Tribe Called Quest. I really like people like Kanye. Kanye's really big.
Really?
Bro, okay. I'm not really with him on the political
moment.
comments
Okay,
that
yeah.
he's made, but I'm
Musically.
not gonna sit here and say that I haven't been following the man's music. He is a legend in the music game, but that does not deter him. That doesn't take him away from being answerable for the kind of comments that he's made, which is quite serious things that he's said. But yeah, Pharrell, the Neptunes, I'm very big on them.
Amazing producers.
They're very, very influential on me. And Justin Timberlake for the voice. Yeah, I really like his musicality. Michael Jackson is phenomenal. I could go. D'Angelo is another influence of mine. So yeah, just R&B and hip hop, and Kendrick, of course.
Yeah.
For the whole.
So apart from
conceptual.
Kanye, Kendrick, the names you've mentioned, they're quite, I wouldn't say old, but they're quite like from back in the day. Would you class yourself as like an old soul or?
That's a bit corny though. I hate when artists come out and they're like, I'm an old soul. No, I just like music, and whatever it is, I'll just listen to it, and if I like it, I like it.
Yeah. I think that's how I am as well.
Yeah.
But I find that a lot of like these, I want to say youngers, but you're
Yeah.
22 as well. So like they, like you mention, like Missy Elliott to them, and they'll be like, who? So
How
I
can they
think
say
it's-
who to Missy Elliott?
Yeah, I found that very weird. I remember, I think it was when they did with Katy Perry.
Yeah.
And her I think, was it the Super Bowl or something?
Yeah,
some
yeah,
performance, and
yeah.
everyone was like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing that Katy Perry brought on this woman and hooked her up.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like,
really like the song
no.
Get Your Freak On. It's catchy.
Yeah. Like a lot of her stuff, especially with her music videos and stuff like that, they were like so ahead of its time.
For sure. Timbo produced the hell out of her joints. Like,
Is he still producing?
I think so, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. And I think he was the one that revolutionized that baby
Yeah, the baby Aaliyah sample,
thing.
right?
Yeah, and that what's that? That there's a name for it that he does, that he puts it in all his tunes. Like,
Which one?
doo-doo.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That
He's got so many sounds on him. He beatboxes crazy.
Yeah.
And he builds sonic textures over his beatbox. Yeah, so yeah, he's crazy.
Would you ever try that out?
Beatbox?
Just building
I'm a
sonic
killer
textures.
at beatboxing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after this track, should you? Okay.
Yeah,
No,
you
you
put me
already
on the
said it
spot,
now.
man.
You ready? You better.
No.
Do you want some water? You better go. You know, moisten your
I
lips
think we're
and
done.
stuff.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I'm gonna make you beatbox.
All right, cool.
Yeah. All right then. So next up
I'm
we
gonna
have.
make a fool of myself, but
No,
all
but
right.
you was hold up. Where was all that confidence? Where's it
It
going?
just drops right down. Just
Are you
drops
like,
right down. Yeah, do it with me, and then it'll be good.
So next up we have your next tune, Liqueur. Look, I can't say
Liqueur. There you go.
cure. I can't say that word. That is like my one word that I can't. Your liqueur
Yeah, liqueur. Yeah.
song. Tell us a bit about that.
So it's about alcoholism. So the pronunciation is liqueur, and it's spelled L-E, like French for the, and then cure, like C-U-R-E.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's some people see it as a cure,
Yeah.
the alcohol, but it really has devastating effects on their lives. And that's what this goes into. So the first part of the song is about how this person is drawn to this other person, but that's metaphorical for the alcohol.
Yeah.
And then you see at the later stages of the song how this alcohol breaks them down and turns them into someone that they don't know themselves.
Wow, your songs are pretty deep, man. Damn. All right, here we go. Look.
Looking crazy, I've got to say this. With your ways, you make me so brainless. Take a swig, come and let loose. Take a sip, full back's just yours. I'll give the world you want. Every time you come around, anytime I won't. Take a chance, come and dance and live your dreams. Go around till you drown, then back to sleep. Say, come into the flow so we can go to a place where there's just you and me. Put your head
And that was Le Cure by Surya, who is still in the building. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
And so we was talking about different genres of music. Would you ever think to do other genres other than R&B or?
Yeah. If it comes about naturally.
Yeah.
If I, you know.
You don't want to do a Pink.
Nah.
Yeah.
No. I mean, Pink is great though. Pink is great vocally, but as in I wouldn't want to like ride a wave or just jump and do something which I'm not completely prepared for. I need to like the genre and I need to, you know, like learn how it is over there and not disrespect you know, the culture and the custom of that genre. And then if I'm capable of executing it right, then I'll do it. Yeah.
I think with people of color, we're more sensitive in how we address these things. For you to have said, oh, you know, respect and things that you don't want to disrespect it. Yeah. But I find that other people, they tend to just
exploit.
Yeah, and just do it. Like, how do you feel about this whole like cultural appropriation thing? Are people being too sensitive, or is it?
See, I think, I don't know if it's exploitative. So if people are using it just to make money or just see a trend and they'll just get someone who's very popular to jump on that trend, that's a problem because you know, it's not being true and honest. But if someone is outside of that culture racially or ethnically, but almost feels that they are a part of them because it means so much to them and they've grown up in that culture and that music around them, I don't see any, you know, reason for them not to do it. And I don't think the people who are, you know, doing it out of the love they don't have to justify it to anyone. Because no one really like, as in, people have the customs, but it's all for everyone. You know? Like if someone from a different, you know, background does, you know, some form of Indian music that I have no idea about, but they know and respect it completely. They have like they can definitely perform that music. Because they know the custom and they respect it. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
So you spoke about beatboxing.
Oh, okay. All right.
You thought I forgot? No. So give us a bit of beatbox.
All right. So do you want to like hum along to it? Because like I don't want to be out on myself. All right. So all right, I'm gonna give you a quick like simple beat without embarrassing myself. All right.
Okay. Whoa. Okay. Right. Are you like a simple beat, not embarrassing myself, and you just gave us all that, you know? So it was so lovely to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in. And so but you've got your next projects, right? Yeah. So what are your next projects? What's your next plans?
Yeah. So my next project, which is something that I've been working on for the past year. So that's a mixtape. So it's gonna feature, you know, old school hip hop beats and older hip hop and R&B beats, and I'm gonna refashion them with my own lyrics, my own melodies, and my own arrangements. The reason why I'm doing this is because, you know, I wanted to explore different producers, and because I don't know any producers, I'm gonna go after people that I really like, but who are already established. And because I don't have their phone number, I'm gonna take their beats, you know, and perform it, and then give it out for free. And it's just
you giving it out for free is going round the logistics of the copyright issues and stuff. Yes.
I don't want any money from it, you know, because I respect these artists, and it's almost like a cover, I guess. You know, when people make covers of a song, that's how I see it. But
Conor Maynard.
Oh, right. Oh, what about him?
All he does is covers.
Yeah. But I mean, remixes. I don't want to go and say that, but you know, it's just like, you know, people did this. 50 Cent did this. Drake did this. Kendrick did this back in the day. J. Cole did this, where they used to take all the beats and they used to freestyle and not freestyle. They used to rap and they used to write writtens for them. So similarly, I'm going to take beats from you know, Ninth Wonder. I'm gonna take beats from old Kanye beats and like sing over them as opposed to rapping on them. And just do my thing over them.
And when is that due out? When is it?
I don't want to, you know, jinx it, but I want to, you know, go for late 2019. So if I'm able to execute it right, late 2019.
Nice. That sounds exciting. And next up we have Chimmy with Text Back. And thank you so much everyone for tuning in to the Everything and Anything show. And we had our special guest Surya.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for everyone tuning in. And don't forget to follow me on Bukky on Verb Radio and
Surya on Surya_Irisiver on Instagram.
Spell it.
Sure. It is SURYA_IRISIVER.
And so thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And don't forget, we're going to upload it onto the Facebook, onto Vimeo, so you can catch up and get to hear all of his great advice and this great interview that we had. Have a blessed day. Bye, everybody.